We are back from a pool party the last 4 seasons in Golden State to a pool parting. 20 points per game the Warriors have decided they don't want, as they traded Jordan Poole to the Wizards for Chris Paul. CP has 2 years left on his deal. Poole has a 4-year extension that kicks in this season. A move all about the green, to be sure, certainly in more ways than one. And to break down those ways, let's welcome in NBA front office insider Bobby Marks into the program to talk about math and to talk about money. The Dubs, of course, moving on from Jordan Poole, hoping to now keep Draymond Green, who, of course, opted out of that $27 million. One move leading to another in your estimation?
Oh, definitely. I think whenever you move off of Jordan Poole, who had 4 years left on his contract, for Chris Paul, 2 years, the second year is non-guaranteed. That gives you more of a runway to give Green a new contract here. Whenever you opt out of $27.6 million, there's something waiting for you on the other end. You're not going to all of a sudden wake up and say, I can only get $5 million. So I would expect Draymond Green to be back in a Golden State uniform. Here's the interesting thing. With him off the roster, $68 million in luxury tax. With him on the roster, $240 million. There's an $180 million difference between him off and on the roster. However, he has so much value that it is worth it. But I'm expecting Green back in a Golden State uniform.
Of course, value that you can put a price tag on and maybe some value that you can't. You said this is the first time he's ever known free agency in his 11-year career. He's only known what it's like to be a Warrior, but he'll likely be back. Another gigantic question this summer, James Harden's future. He's got the player option for next season. What are the likeliest scenarios involving him?
I think his former team, the Rockets, dictate what happens with James Harden. Here's a Houston team that has $66 million in cap space. They are the leaders in the clubhouse. If they want to go out and get James Harden and pay him $47 million and give him a 4-year, $200 million plus contract, which is a big number, that could certainly lead Harden to the Rockets. However, if you're Houston, you want to split that money up into 3 players, maybe Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Bruce Brown, right? Instead of just one. I think it's going for Harden. I think it's back to Philadelphia. I think it's back to Philadelphia because I think the Rockets will go in a different direction. I think for him now, what is his number in Philadelphia? Remember, he declined that option last year, signed for less, $35 million this year. Is it plus 40 going further out? That's probably the biggest question is going to be what the number is going to be in Philadelphia.
And two different dynamics, Houston trying to claw their way out of the cellar, and of course, Philadelphia perennially knocking on the door to Eastern Conference title, maybe an NBA title. Harden averaging 21 points per game this past season, his lowest actually since 2012. Bobby Marks breaking down the figures this morning on SportsCenter. Thanks.